Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Kuzil Technologies. Today we are going to take a tour of the base that I've been working on here, and we're also going to take a look at putting some upgrades in our machines. Now I've taken them all down from behind me, as you can see, and we've moved them over to an area in front of me, and I put them in a bunch of boxes, actually, a bunch of chests. And we're going to look at some automation. So stick around and enjoy the show. Alright, so as mentioned, I did stick a lot of stuff in chests here. This chest is just a bunch of biofuel for us to kind of get started with our machines. So let's just go ahead and grab our power out of here and grab a chest, and we're just going to start. It doesn't matter. I'm going to put the chest right here, and the first we'll put the generator there, and then we'll put the biogenerators there. That way, if I decide to come through here later and move some of these things or decorate or whatever, there's plenty of room behind it for automation and kind of see what's going on here. Okay, so I don't know if you remember in one of the other episodes I told you I would tell you how to use this. I told you I would tell you how to use this, and we're going to definitely do that today. I played around a little bit yesterday with how I wanted to set all of this up. So what we're going to do is we're going to run power immediately right behind this. So directly behind the machines, as I can, most of the time as I can help it, I'm going to try and put the power behind it. Now these machines have to be fed from the top, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring our logistical transport pipes above. Let's go, we're going to go up one, and then this is going to drop in like this. So we're going to bring this over, and then anytime we need to come into a chest or a machine or something, we're going to come down and then over. Now, if I needed to feed into something else behind here, for example, if I needed to come down and come over this way, we've got all of this mess going on right here that we need to deal with. So to deal with that, we're going to grab out our configurator, and we're going to paint the colors that we want. So we've got it in item mode right now, and if I shift right click on a block, remember you want to shift right click within this box here, or if you have several of them put together like this, you want to shift right click right where that, I don't know if you can see the black boundary boxes here. If you the big one, if you go to the little one here, this is the side of the pipe of this pipe, and this is the side of this pipe. So we don't want to mess with the sides, because the sides are going to do the push pull none combo. So like if I were to come over here and do this, it would be push, pull, none, and then normal. We don't want to click on the sides, we want to click on the actual pipe. So that's painting that blue, and then over here I'm going to paint this green, dark green, and then this one dark aqua. Now you see that they don't actually touch each other, and the system is smart enough to know that if I were to tell the items to come down the blue, then they would come down here. I can't actually make this one blue. So that's how that works. So we're just going to rotate this one back through to nothing. So it's right after the black, and none. There we go. Same thing with this one. We'll just make it until we get everything set up. We'll do that. Okay, so the logistical sorter here has two sides. It's got a black side, and then it's got like a dotted checkered side. You want the side that's not checkered facing your chest, and then you want the side that is checkered feeding out into your piping system. So we're going to come up and around, and that's going to connect there. So We've got a really easy one here, right? So we put, we're going to go ahead and paint this blue. Okay, dark blue. And we have a piece of coal here. I'm actually going to go grab a bunch more coal. But the filters here is we're going to do item stack. And over here we're going to set our color to dark blue. You can left or right click. Right click goes backwards through the list. Left click goes forward through the list. You can set this as default. You can set minimum and maximum that you want to be in something. Size, I don't know what that is. And then here's where you put your items. So you put my item here. And so what I'm doing is I'm saying pull out items, the coal from this chest and send it down the blue pipe system. So I'm going to hit save. And I could turn on round robin if I want. It is on. I like it. And then auto eject, I don't necessarily need that. And I could set default to be a specific color if I wanted to. This is just redstone control, so I could set this on to a high redstone signal, and then I could turn it on and off with the lever if I wanted to. Low and disabled is going to make it work all the time. So I'm going to stick this in here, and that item is going to flow through the pipes here and go down the dark blue, because it's colored dark blue. I don't know if you can tell the bounding box around the item is dark blue. So now that's come into here, and it's filled up with a little bit of RF. So let's convert that to RF. There we go. Okay, so now the next thing on our list is to automate the filling of these generators. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to do this. Now we've got a round robin mode, and that means is it's going to feed one of these and then it's going to feed the other. Okay, back and forth, back and forth. Now I could stick my my biofuel in here, but what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to set up a crusher that's going to be processing our... What I want to do is, the goal is I want to set up all of the items into this chest that I'm going to need to process. They're going to be sorted into whatever they need to be done. And then I don't know if I want to put them back into this chest or put them into maybe a separate chest, like an input and output chest. That could be cool. So let's pick this up. All the settings that you put in there are saved. So let's do that. Let's do an input and output chest. So we're going to do an input chest and then an output chest. Meaning that items that we want to get processed are going to go into here, and then the items that we want to have as a result of our system is going to be put into here. Okay, so this setting was saved, so when you pick this filter up, you can move it, whatever, you don't have to redo it again. The only thing that you'd probably have to do is if you break this, you'd have to redefine dark blue here. Okay, so the crusher, we're going to set the crusher... I don't know, because the crusher is going to have to feed into a chest, which is going to need another logistical sorter. And that logistical sorter is going to send items over here. So let's have, we could do right here. We could do that. And we could have the crusher right next to it. And then we could bring some power over to it. Let's just go... Oh, that's the wrong pipe. It's this one I want. And bring it over just behind it. Now this doesn't actually need power, so we could turn this off if we wanted to. No problems. And you notice that I was able to do that even though I was in item mode. This is not an item pipe, but I'm not actually dealing with item pipe. So I wonder if I can, energy, if I can color, no, can't do that. So I don't know what the energy configuration is for, if this works on it. Anyway, okay, so now this has power, and we're going to set this crusher up. Okay, so we want items to come in the top, and they're going to export out the side and power in through the back. So let's bring in items up in through the top, and we're going to just connect over here. That's fine. And then let's paint this the next color on our list, so dark green. And so let's go grab some some plant material that we're gonna want to to feed up into here. In the meantime, we're going to color our next pipe over here, whatever the next color is. So whatever's after green, so aqua. And then we're going to come over to this logistical sorter here, and we're going to create a new filter, and we're going to set aqua, and we're going to say pull out biofuel from this chest, and it, keep them full, whatever. And we do want round robin on for this one. Okay, so I put all these in here, and this should start pulling them out whenever these can use some. So if I were to take this out and this out, it's going to start sending them out. The cool part is it won't pull them out unless there is space for them in the inventory, which is pretty neat. There we go. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, so let's take a tour of the base real quick while I run over and grab some of this. So I don't know if you've noticed from the mini map, but I have changed the lines around quite a lot. And I've done a lot of work on the walls here on the inside. Probably spent several hours actually on that. And what I decided to do was use polished andesite as the back setting. We're going to be putting more stuff into this, so don't worry if this looks too gray. This is just a base template. And then I use stone bricks as the decoration. So it's a three block wide wall with the andesite being a single space by itself. Need some coffee. Got some right here. All right. And also, I don't know if you noticed, I changed the lines here. So previously we had our lines coming straight down the middle here, and it went straight out to the wall. It was really easy to tell where the line was supposed to be. And it also made it really easy to find where this door was supposed to be. Well, I decided that I wanted to make kind of an odd shaped, I want it to be kind of unique, right? So all of these kind of come off at an angle from these straight lines here. And I think they're pretty close to even. I think these four here are wider than but just a little bit. So the area we're working in now is a little bit smaller than the rims on its sides, and I think that's okay. I'm not really worried about that, but I like how it turned out. So we're gonna keep it. Yeah, but back over here. So what I'm gonna have it do is these are gonna be 3 block wide as well, and you're not gonna be able to get to these other wings unless you come into the center area first. And it should be easy to get to any of the wings from here. So let's just pick up all this real quick. Should have harvested all this before. But then you wouldn't have gotten to see how cool this base is. Yeah, I don't know what I was going to say. Don't worry about it. Trying to fill the space, I guess. Probably could have just grabbed a couple of these, but the nice part about the sorting system, the logistical sorters, is that they will only feed whenever there's space to do something. So I can stick all of these in the chest and not really worry about whether it's going to overfill or spill out everywhere. Not all pipes throughout the history of modded Minecraft have been designed that way. And some of them were made to where when you put something in a chest, it was going to get pulled out, and if there was no space in the space where it was supposed to go, it was going to jump out, it was going to kick it outside of the pipe and stick it on the ground. So you had to figure out a way to deal with that. And some of the solutions that I came up with for that was pretty funny. It was basically, there was a vacuum pipe, and you just point it down at the ground where the items were popping out, and it'd suck it back up into the system. And it would just keep looping like that infinitely until there was space in the chest and wherever it was supposed to go. Okay, so we need to, this is on aqua. Just right click without holding shift to see what color it is, dark green. Okay, so I need to make a filter, item stack, dark green, caret, save. We're going to do wheat, and we're going to do seed. Okay? Round robin doesn't need to be on. I'm going to leave it on just in case we have something later on that we're going to need. This is so goofy. I don't want it to go over top of the chest though. I mean, I guess we could. But this sticks with our pattern, so if we have another row of stuff that comes down here, then we'll use that. Okay, so now I can stick in carrots, and it's going to feed those carrots into the crusher. The crusher is going to do its thing, send that biofuel into this chest. We won't need to harvest the stuff for a while. And then anytime that there is space for another piece of biofuel, it'll stick it in here. So as you can see, we're using it, and as we're using it, there's no problems with these multiple items going through the same spot here. As you can see, it sorts it all. Everything's color coded, goes where it needs to go. So now we've got our power kind of automated. And this looks like it's a lot for all of this, and it is. If I were just to set up this, it would be a much smaller, much more compact. But this is going to be part of a system that, maybe not. Maybe I will stick, I'm changing my mind here. Maybe this will be just for power, and maybe I will compact this quite a lot. And then we'll have a separate system over here for input and output chest for our material processing. So let's get started with that. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to automate our metallurgic infusers, and I think we have 2, so I would like to make 4 more, and I would like to automate all of those, right? So let's bring the power down. How do I want to do this? This part I didn't actually think about it quite a lot. Do I have enough iron for the metallurgic infusers? I think so. So I wanted to make 4 more. I think these guys have carbon in them. Stored energy, maybe not. So let's head over, and I think I have enough osmium. Maybe I don't. Maybe I need to set up the ore processing real quick. No, I've got plenty. Okay. And then we're also just going to need some redstone. And then I already have a bunch of, oh man, guys, look at this. So this guy is still set to mine 7,000 more. But this chest is full, this chest is full, this chest is half full, this chest is full, and this chest is doing good stuff. And we've got lots more stuff to get. So I was here for redstone. I got excited about how much stuff we have. So I probably don't need to move that. Normally, like once I get going, once it ramps up a lot more, I'll move this every time it's done processing all of its stuff. But that is not necessary. What did I do with them? I know I've got lots of... Did I have them in the chest over here? I'll bet I put them in the chest over here, and you guys saw them and thought, hey, you should grab those. Yeah. Thanks. Okay, I need to make 2 more furnaces. Logan, what's the plural of furnace? He just looked at his dad like, he just talked to me. Oh, I need 1 more. That's okay. Right? That doesn't seem right. It's the other way. Okay. we'll just wait until we can set up one of that. We can go without 6 for now for sure. Okay, well I know for sure that I want, let's bring, it'd be cool if all of this was on one. That's okay. I had to set it up that way for a reason. So it'd be cool if we could just bring this straight over. So we're going to need to bring a logistical sorter out of here. And so let's actually do this. And bring our... we can actually just set them over here, can't we? There's plenty of space. Let's do there and there. This will be for our carbon. Make sure this doesn't have anything in it. Okay. And so we're going to bring items down into the side. Nope. We'll feed the carbon through the front. Can we do that? Let's reset all of this. So we're going to bring in infusion through the front. There we go. And then, so that will be those colors. And then we're going to feed... we're going to feed coal into this side. And then, not coal, iron. And then we're going to have that piece go into over here. Just like that. So then we're going to put a chest here. And a logistical sorter will come out of that. Okay? So basically what we're doing is we're going to feed our compressed carbon in through here. And our iron into here. So let's paint this blue. And these are going to be painted dark green. Alright. And so what we're going to do is we're going to put a logistical sorter. We're going to make a bunch of logistical sorters today. I'm going to put one of those here. Okay. And we're going to bring... Let's come up. I want to stand on that. And bring it back. And we're going to connect it up. How do I want to do that? Do I want to bring it down and over? Just like that. That should work. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to need another energized, what is that called? Not an energized smelter. We will need one of those. So we'll just make another one of those and then another, what is it called? I have it right here. Enrichment chamber. So I'm going to cut real quick. I'm going to make one more of each of these. Actually 2 more of each of those. And then I'll be right back. Alright, so I just made 1 of each instead of 2. And I decided to set these down so I could start using them, but we're going to pick them back up. This guy's still working on some stuff. But what we're going to do next is we're going to go ahead and set this up so that... let's actually put that back down. And grab a... I want to just show you how to organize this real quick, because we're going to be using this today. That's why I'm going into this. Okay, so this is going to come out of here. The reason I don't put it on top is because as soon as I put it on top, I can't access the chest anymore. So I'm going to bring this up and over back into the system. Okay, and I'm going to paint this here. Bring it over and down, and we're going to paint this black. So black's going to be our last option. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put... Okay. So, and I also want this to come down. Oh, I don't have enough. That's irritating. I think I have a couple more in here, and I'm going to need to make some more of the circuits. Okay, so let's do that real quick. I have all of that. All right. I'm just going to make 8 more circuits. Put one of you in there. And since I've got one of these set up already, I'll just use this one. So what I've got set up here is the enrichment chamber is going to be processing our stuff that we're going to be compressing, and then it's going to be feeding it to the various different machines that the metallurgic infusers that's going to use it. So specifically in this case, we're going to be using these two for carbon. This is going to be our steel making combination here. And right now we're using it because we just don't have anything else set up for this. But this section here, I don't know if you can tell, this one's set aside from this over here. So this, we're going to put in like all of our fuel, and then that's it. Okay, that's the only thing we're going to put in there. From there, we're just going to get power out of that. In this one, we're going to be putting in like redstone, diamond, coal, maybe some refined obsidian dust every once in a while. And then we're going to sort out from here. We're going to get stuff out. The result from all of our processing is going to be like our logistical, what are they called? I've looked this up how many times? I don't know. Need to get my brain checked. The different alloys, right? So the 3 different tiers of alloys are different control circuit. Basic control circuit's going to come out of here, and steel is going to be the result. So we're going to put all the ingredients in for all of those, and then we're going to get those items back out. That's the goal, anyway. And are you done here? You done over here? Great. All right, so let's make another. I need to bring a chest over here, or a crafting table over here while I work. Okay, so let's grab just one more. I mean, I've got tons of resources at this point, so I probably don't need to be stingy. But I don't know, kind of in the habit. By the way, these arches here, you'll have to let me know what you think. So this arch was fairly easy. The idea being that I've got a single arch coming here in the middle, and then the detail goes back a little bit and wraps around it. That was much, much harder to achieve here. Like, much harder. I already noticed a couple things that I could do to make it a little bit better. But basically, I mean, it wraps. You can't do 1 block on a diagonal. You can't do 2 blocks because it's a diagonal. So I did 3, and that's wide. That's super wide compared to this. But I don't know. I'm okay with it. I kind of like how it turned out. But you have to let me know what you think. All right, so this is coming down. Oh, nope, we're going to do this way. And we're going to paint this. What have I used so far? Dark green and black. Okay, so this is going to be dark aqua. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to say here dark aqua, and we're going to grab coal. Okay, so when I put in a piece of coal, that should go straight away to, oh dear. That's not going to work, is it? I got to scoot you over a little bit, because that was about ready to go into this. Okay, that's fine. So then that's going to get pulled out of here and sent to dark green on a round robin. So we'll do dark green and save. Okay. And then once that comes out, this will be pulled out. Why aren't you being pulled out? Dark green. That is weird that it's not working. Dark green, compressed carbon. Got compressed carbon in here. This should come up and around and feed into the front of these, which is set to accept the infusion. That's really strange. Wonder if there has to be carbon in there already, maybe? Let's try that. See if that helps. If there's carbon in here. Once this is done processing one, maybe it will stick it in there. Oh, I just froze up. No. That is not working. I wonder why. Could try going in through the top. See if that helps. So we could do infusion up here. That worked. Okay. So we'll do infusion on the top. But then I'm not going to be able to get to this side over here. So how do I fix that problem? Dark green. So what I'm going to need to do then is to bring this over and paint this blue. There we go. Yes? Okay. That might work. Maybe it was just a side configuration issue. We'll see. This has got 240, this is 80. So now that this is painted, we should see some round robin action going on. Yep, that's working. Okay, cool. So it's just a side configuration up. I don't know why you can't put, I mean, I told it that that's where I wanted it to go, through the front. Oh, maybe this is the back? That could have been it. Maybe that's considered the back of it. I always thought that was the front. Okay. So now what we want to do is we want to grab some iron, and we want to put iron in the blue over here. Hit save. Now when we put a piece of iron in here, it should go down the pipeline over to the blue, and it will go into the side here. Okay, and then once that's done, it will process through and become like the steel dust or whatever. So let's paint this. What color is this here? This is dark aqua. Let's paint this dark aqua, and we'll take the color off of this. And we'll put another piece here, and we'll paint this dark red. No, we've got, yeah, dark red. And then we'll have a chest over here to pull everything out of. And I don't think I have another, this is crazy looking. All these pipes going everywhere. Okay, so now that we've got the steel dust, we want the steel dust to go to dark red. I should pull out and go into our energized smelter. And it does. And I think I have one more. I do not. let's make another logistical sorter. I think that's just a circuit, which I've got a bunch of, and some iron. Cool. Just need some cobblestone and some wood to make ourselves a piston. We may not get into upgrades today. Sorry. Let's see. But at least I'm showing you how to set up these logistical sorters and to start automating some stuff, because these are pretty cool. They take up a lot more space than, say, something like XNet. Also, since it's doing this right now, if you're building in the mining dimension like I am, just a heads up, this particular darkness right here, this rain that's on the overworld that's going on right now, isn't that dark, isn't dark enough to, say, spawn mobs everywhere. If it starts storming, that's a different level of dark, and that will drop the light levels below the spawning level. So if it's storming outside, you want to run over to the overworld and sleep as fast as possible, because you will get, I've got creepered over there, and if they creeper your digital miner, you're going to be sad. Yeah. Okay, so now we're going to come up here and we're going to reconnect like that. Actually, I could probably just put that... no. I want to be able to bring the cable through here. What I should do is I should run the cable underneath all of this. I'll mess with all of this off camera and see if I can refine it a little bit. But anyway, okay, so this got this steel ingot got created. Now we're going to create an item stack, and this is going to go into black. Okay. And this is where we're going to... Actually, we're going to set... No. So now what we should be able to do is, if I need a bunch of steel, so let's say that I'm going to make 4 more pieces of steel, those should go into our metallurgic infusers automatically. They'll get turned into steel dust, and we should have plenty of carbon. I've got this on round robin, don't I? Yep. So if I put in 4 pieces of coal, that should handle it. And as these metallurgic infusers start working, they're going to be making this steel dust, right? And that's going to come over to the energized smelter and turn into basically the steel ingot that we want. How are these doing? I don't think these are actually round robining. That's okay. We'll just feed it as much as possible. And then, yeah, and then our steel is getting sent into here. So this is an automated, fully automated steel production system. Yeah. So basically what I would do now is I would run this line down a little bit more. We've got tons of space here, and set up the other types of metallurgic infusers. So for the alloy, the basic alloy, and the basic control circuits here. So what I would do is I would take the redstone, send it over to the enrichment chamber. Then I would have that compressed redstone get sent into the 2 metallurgic infusers that would be using that. And then if I wanted the basic alloy, I'd send over an iron ingot to the metallurgic infuser here. And then if I wanted basic control circuits, I'd send osmium over there. And then once those are done, I'd have them feed into a chest. And then I'd have that chest be pulled out and sent into the black line here, so that I would have them here. So that's how that would work. Okay, let's actually get into some upgrades today, because we have, let's do energy upgrades, because I think that's going to be the biggest deal for us right now. We do want to get into speed upgrades, but not right away. Energy, I think it's called an efficiency. Nope. Energy upgrade. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so it's the one that looks like it's got like a lightning bolt on it. Actually, what it is, if you look over here, it's this same symbol. It is a lightning bolt, but it's right there. So what this is this is 2 of the enriched alloys. So let's go ahead and automate those, and then some gold dust. So to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick some gold. I don't remember if I can get gold dust from, what's it says, Mekanism here. There we go. I can stick them in a crusher. Okay. That means I want another crusher. A third crusher. So what I'd like to do then is set this probably here. And then the metallurgy confuser probably here. And have them share a chest. Let's bring power down to those guys. Not going to have enough of that. That's okay. So we're going to feed in the gold and osmium and iron ingots because we don't want to send the ore into there. If we send the ore into there, then it's not going to be processed at all. We could send the raw ore into here, but then it's only doubling, giving us 2 ore per thing. And we've got a system already set up to give us 3 ingots per ore. And if we can turn those into ingots and then again from ingots back into dust, then we're doing good. Let's make some more of this cable. I think it's just redstone. I did say that I was going to bring over a crafting table over here. What is my deal? And let's grab some gold while we're here. Oh, we're going to be using a lot more gold than this. So I'm going to break these down into, I'm going to process these down into the 30 gold. I'm going to make some more cables here and process that and be back in a minute. Okay, so let's get back into this. I did set up a couple other things here. Got my tripling over here just randomly set up all the way down at the end of the line just in case I needed some more room. So we were working on getting some things automated here so that we could do the energy upgrades, right? Got the crusher made, the extra crusher made, and set him up on purple color. And he's set to import on the right, output on the left, and that's going to feed into this chest. So when I feed gold or whatever into this chest, I've got that going into the purple color. So that purple color will come into here. It will make gold dust. That gold dust will then get sent to black. That's going to be my output chest here. So we've got a piece of gold here. Now what I would like to do is set up the enriched alloys. So if I put redstone in here, nothing happens. So we're going to send redstone to dark aqua. So redstone, dark aqua, save. And then we're going to send that enriched, or that compressed redstone over to, I'm going to have to set up 2, I think. Because we've got 1 here. Actually, I could just make these the same color, right? So this is indigo. I could make this indigo. And so then we'll grab the compressed redstone and send that over to indigo. And this isn't like we're telling it a channel or something. We're just saying go to any pipe that has the indigo color on it. Now these, again, are not accepting. Okay. So let's take this off and this all off. And is it because I didn't set... Oh, that's right. We want that. So we want indigo up here on the top. There we go. And yes, I want auto eject on to the left. Okay, and then this one's going to be auto eject on to the right. Perfect. And let's paint these indigo. And connect that up. Okay, now I'm going to have to feed this a bunch of redstone net, of course, and a bunch of coal to get not only this full, but to get this one filled up as well. Same thing here. We're going to need to fill up both of these simultaneously. Okay, so now we're going to put another piece here, and we're going to color this whatever's after indigo. So bright green, and then we're going to put one over here, and this one's going to be color aqua. Okay, I'm going to bring this up and over, and let's have these not connect. So none on both of these. That's not doing anything. Let's color this aqua. There we go. I guess this one doesn't need to be colored then. And then how do I want to do this? I think maybe what I want to do is I want to bring this over to here, and we'll turn this off. And we'll do this way. Need to make some more logistical pipe. Okay. And then I can just bring this up. Let's just make some more real quick. I think I've got 2. There we go. Perfect. Okay, this is going to come up, and that will be fine. Do I even need this then? Probably not. Because I can just have that connect here. And then come up. Okay, so that'll feed indigo, and why do I not keep that on there? Indigo and aqua. And then this will be indigo and bright green. So bright green is where I'm going to have my iron come in. So right now I don't have iron going anywhere, correct? I do. Where's that going? Oh, bummer. So we are not going to be able to keep these on the same system. Not on the same logistical sorter anyway. So I have another chest here. I could stick this... is this... No, this isn't dumping out of anywhere. If I put a chest down here... Nope, that's not going to work. I'm going to need a separate chest here. And then... let's make another... Shoot. Let's use this to make up some... one of these. And then I'm going to go grab some cobblestone and some more wood. We're going to make another logistical sorter. If I put iron in that chest, it'll turn into steel, which is fine. I want that. But I can't have it do 2 different operations, you know. So I'm going to have to tell it... I'm going to have to put a separate chest for the refined alloy. Which is fine. I'll just have to remember which one is which. We will probably move away from these logistical sorters not too far from now in the future. So let's grab this out of here and make one of these. There we go. Let's stick this here and connect this up. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So now we're going to put iron in here, right? And then this is going to go to which color? Bright green. So we'll do bright green. Put iron in there. Hit save. Okay. Now I'm going to need some more iron. But basically what I would do is I'd set it up. I just need to go ahead and do it. So let's go back and grab some more iron. And this I'm not actually too concerned about it doubling or tripling. Since I've got the tripling set up, I might as well just go ahead and toss it in there. But I've got several stacks of iron. That's not that big of a deal. Alrighty guys, I think I've got all of the pieces put together, and I feel like this is just kind of thrown together, and I could rework this a little bit. Maybe bring items into the front instead of to the sides and scoot this all down a little bit. I feel like this could be compressed by quite a lot, but it gets the idea across in kind of an easy way. I got the redstone coming into here. After being compressed, you can see it coming through here, and it's coming into, I believe these are both indigo, the same color. Okay. Yeah, it's doing the round robin deal, so it's given 1-to-1 like it should. That's great. This one I think isn't, because it's not, like if I had like another pipe here or something, because it's passing over this first, it's not able to round robin. It's not going to pass up this one to feed this one. So I could need to change that setting. I moved the chest for iron to turn into enriched alloy over to here. So now when I want to, what I probably should do is I should change this as well. So let's delete you and let's add you here. That was going where? This is the crusher, and that's going into purple. So let's add a purple filter. Okay, so now when I want to make an enriched alloy, I just stick one iron nugget in here, iron ingot in here. It gets processed into this metallurgic infuser that gets turned into an enriched alloy that gets put into this chest and then sorted back out to this chest here. Okay, cool. So that gives us enough for one of these as soon as that gets here. And I believe the logistical pipes change in terms of like how fast they move. So yeah, meters per second. This is 1 meter per second, so that's 1 block per second. So the best one here moves at the rate of 10 blocks per second, which is super quick, and that's going to take these kind of progress, right? So in order to get the next one, I'm going to need enriched alloy, and then which I have tons of, and then surround that with the basic, and it turns basically each one of these into an advanced. So you get 8 for the recipe, which is great. Same thing here. We just go up next to the reinforced alloy, and then again to the atomic alloy. But each of those uses the previous tier to get up there, so take a little bit of time. Alright, so we have enough for an upgrade now, so what we're going to do is we're just going to go here and make it. And I'll show you how to put these in. So let's go over to, it doesn't really matter where we start. All of these are going to need 8 in them, so that's quite a lot of gold. Let's just start over here on the left, and you're going to come up to the upgrade section, and you're just going to put the upgrade here. This is going to process and then that goes in there. So when you click on here, when you click on your energy, you have some information. So here I have no selection, right? So when I click on energy, if it's over here, whether it's selected or not, it's working. And this is the amount of 1 of 8. So we have 1 energy upgrade out of 8 in here, and the efficiency is 1.33 times as good. So when I take that out, to take it out, you just click this, and it brings it into your inventory. So let's look at RF per tick. So this is 20 RF per tick, and which we knew. Put that back in, and then it's going to change to less than 15, just a little bit less than 15. So I'm going to break one last time before we wrap up the video, and I'm going to put full 8 upgrades into this crusher. Go down to our systems over here. These could go down to 2. This is what we should have actually fixed. And then this would be 8. So can you imagine running 8, 10, 12, 14 instead of, 80 all by itself here. This one, however, as best I know, cannot be given energy upgrades. It does say energy, but I don't believe it actually reduces the amount of, because then that would be 16. And with the Mekanism generators, there is a generator called I think it's the gas burning generator here. If we could put energy upgrades into this and reduce that down to 16 RF per tick, we could feed the hydrogen part of this to a gas burning generator, and that would actually give us a net bonus. So we would be running this on 4, this on 16, that would give us 20, and this would generate more than that, and it'd be able to keep up with it. So as a balance to that, I don't think energy upgrades work here. We can try. It's been a while since I've actually worked with Mekanism, but I believe, let's take all these back out. So if I were to come over here, I think what the energy upgrades do is they would increase the amount of energy that can be stored over here. So we've got 160 RF and then 64,000 RF over here. So when I put 1 upgrade in, this should not drop, but this should go up. And this did go up, and this did not drop. So there is really no reason to put energy upgrades into this over here. I am going to put them on this, though, because that's our most expensive machine at the moment, barring the electrolytic separator. This is going to always cost us 160 RF per tick to run, but if I can drop this down to 8, that is going to be great. And it also gives us a ton more storage over here, so it gives us a lot more buffer time once we have it. If we were to run out of fuel or something, it'd be quite a lot of time before we ran out of fuel, which is great. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed that episode. The craziness, the shenanigans all over the place. I feel like the episode went twisty-turvy like our pipes behind us. But I hope you caught the gist of how cool the logistical sorters are, painting the pipes so that we could tell at the logistical sorters where exactly to put something, that kind of thing. But yeah, in the next episode, we're going to be working more with some Mekanism and maybe moving on to a little bit more ore processing, because that's kind of the best part about this. Maybe explore some options for power generation, that kind of thing, maybe with some other mods. But we got lots of stuff ahead of us, not running out of content anytime soon on this series. So that will be all, I guess, for now. You guys take care. Have a good one. Bye-bye.